Yeah, I'm here today. I'm going to reteach a lesson I taught the other day in class. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to videotape in my kids at this point. It was on equivalent and improper fractions. So I have a number line here. As we can see, it's divided. I have a whole up here, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/8, 1/10, and 1/12. If we look on the number line, we can see that 1/2, as you come down the number line, is equal to 2/4, 3/6, 4/8, 5/10, and 6/12. This number line here is going to be able to provide all of you with the answers to all the questions in the workbook, as long as you are able to manipulate these lines. Questions here. Is 2/3 equal to 4/6?
Yes.
And you can tell that by 2/3 come down is equivalent to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. How about is 2/3 equal to 10/12?
No.
Okay, and that being that, we can look at 2/3 come down here, and it does not line up with 10/12. Is 1/2 equal to 3/6?
Yes.
And we know that because we come to 1/2. As we come down, we see that 1, 2, 3, 6 lines up with 1/2. Okay, now let's go over a movie. We'll do this together. A movie on improper fractions. Okay, here we go.
Improper fractions and mixed numbers. I'll let you know. Numbers come in all shapes and sizes. Some are big and some are little. Some are whole, and others are a bit fractured. As far as fractions go, it's a mixed bag. Some fractions are proper, some are improper, and then there are those that are just a little mixed up. Who am I? Proper fractions have a numerator that's smaller than the denominator, which means they're always less than 1. Proper fractions also donate to charities and volunteer in soup kitchens. They know they're not greater than anyone else around them. Improper fractions, on the other hand, are a little full of themselves. They've got big heads, well, big numerators anyway. In improper fractions, the numerator is bigger than the denominator, which means they're greater than 1. I've won 1. Since fractions aren't supposed to be greater than 1, we call these guys improper. They're a bit on the rude side. Well, I never. But if they get on our nerves, we can change them into mixed numbers. Mixed numbers are combinations of whole numbers and fractions, but they may be a bit confused at times. Maybe they're going through an identity crisis or something. We don't really know.
Am I a whole number or am I a fraction?
We can change improper fractions into mixed numbers by dividing the numerator by the denominator. That's what fractions are, right? Division. We'll end up with a number and a remainder. The number is the whole number in front, and the remainder goes in the numerator of the fraction that follows it. If we're sick of being mixed up by mixed numbers, we can change them back into improper fractions too. Since we divided to change them, let's multiply to change them back. First, we multiply the denominator by the whole number. Once we find that product, we add it to the numerator of our mixed numbers fraction. Then we put that number all over the original denominator. I'm the original denominator. To get our improper fraction. So in the end, mixed numbers and improper fractions can express the same number in 2 different ways. It's up to you to decide which is better, improper or mixed.
Who am I? Well, I never.
I am the original denominator.
Okay, any questions? Let's do a quick review of improper fractions. Improper fractions is when the denominator is bigger than the numerator. As we see here, 4 over 2 is equal to 2 because 2 divides into 4 2 times. 5 over 3, 3 goes into 5 1 time with a remainder of 2/3. Now, we're not getting heavily into that right now. I just wanted to introduce it to you, and there will be a few questions in your work page that will involve this in the workbook. Okay, so can we now turn to page 75? And any questions, I'll be walking around. Thank you.